Good evening, everyone. This is Lolly, and this is my stash so far of my tea stain papers, the ones that I've crinkled up and the ones that I haven't, including all my decorative papers that I've been working on. And whenever I have, and some envelopes, whenever I have time, I just either cut up some more paper to tea stain, or I go ahead and tea stain some more. And I will eventually get into coffee staining, but right now I'm already on a roll with this, so I thought I'd continue. Anyway, so my goal in all this is I'm starting to work on some Christmas presents. So I'll show you the first junk journal I just made is a Christmas present. Find beauty in every day. It should say every day is 2 words, but you know the grammar. I'm OCD on that. And some of the pages that I got were from the Scripts and Music Notes Super Buy. That was not a Super Buy. This one was not a Hot Buy. And this one, which was a Hot Buy, the mixed media one. And I'll be using those in addition to my tea stain papers. Excuse my ugly paper towels. When I use paper towels to pat dry my tea staining, I just air dry and use them again, because with Bounty you can do that. Hey, this is a commercial for Bounty paper towels. So anyway, the paper collection is from one of those 2 that I just showed you. I think it was the Hot Buy one. And I just loved it. So what I used is a file folder. And one of the main reasons that I use file folders for my covers is that I keep finding boxes of manila file folders at thrift stores really cheap. So, it's cheaper than using cardstock. So what I do is I cut my papers up to size for the inside. There's the inside and the back, and I put them on there with Mod Podge. I let them dry, and then I Mod Podge the whole thing, front and back, so they've got a couple coats of Mod Podge, and it helps to support the spine a little bit. I have 3 signatures in here. You can see them right there, and I can tell that what I need to do is either I think I need to make 4 smaller signatures or something and a bigger spine, so that it won't be quite so chunky. Anyway, or make a closure for it. Okay, so here's the first one, and this is all tea stain paper, just some stuff I had in my stash. A lot of times when people give me little ephemera in swaps, I can use them this way. I just put a little tag on there. You notice the color on this tea staining is different because I was drinking some raspberry tea while I was tea staining, and then I just took the raspberry tea bag and just swiped it across there, and it turned it a nice blue here and there. This is from the paper collection, and this is just some sprays that I had. This one is an envelope, and I put a tag from my, I just made that tag from my collection. I have some little corner stickers and another sticker. So basically, it's using what I have, and this is graph paper. And I'm not super careful to decorate or, embellish every single page, because I think that's the job of the person who receives it, and they need room. So here's one of my crumpled papers. I just stapled some ribbon on the ends. Here's another, the other part of that envelope with a tag. The other side of that, I really went crazy with the spray here. I have 2 sprays in there, but it looks just like a big pearl sheet. So, and this is the other side of that raspberry tea. And then when I stamped in here, I used a gray ink pad, so it would already look faded as opposed to using black. Again, the gray ink pad, part of my stash. And I like using pages that aren't quite the same size as the other. Again, gray ink, more ribbon stapled on. This is a page from a hymn book, and I sewed on some kind of like crochet lace right there. And this is just vellum. I didn't do any staining on that. This is a tag I had in my collection, and I just made it into a little tuck spot with a bookmark there. And more stamping there and there. These are just some background stamps I've had for years. This paper here I really like because it came with this saying on it: "From you, I've learned to be a friend to myself." And it took me a while to figure out how to cut the paper so it would end up correctly in my journal, but I really like that. Like, that's the other side of the hymn page. I stamped what a friend is there. Gold edged that page. More stamp right there. And just some stickers in my collection. Stamp and stamp. Another part of my part of my stash. Another tag that I had. I tea stained this doily, which is really, you have to be really careful. The doilies tend to disintegrate because they're so thin and frail, and you can't leave them in there too long. I think they do well with coffee staining though. So I just folded it in half and stapled it here. And this is another envelope. This comes out this way. This was part of the paper collection here. That pink. And I gold edged this one. And this is paper that I just stapled on there. And that's the end of the collection. So nice and chunky already. I don't know. You're not quite sure with the recipient if they're going to be gluing things in here or just writing in it. Oh, and I forgot to point out that I used paper ribbon across here and paper lace, I should say. And when I glued these glasses on here, I decided to use some Swarovski crystals. These are not just regular rhinestones. They're Swarovski crystals. And I think that they just add a real touch to it. And it made me think about looking for the beauty in your day was to have this glass with these little stones right there. I thought it was really cute. Thank you so much for watching. I really enjoyed this project, and I'm going to be making more Christmas presents coming up. Give me some comments. And there are many, many, many videos out there on how to make signatures and sew them in and make a cover. But, you know, if it's something you really want me to make a video on, I will. Just leave me a comments about it. Thank you.